Today, let's walk through the steps of how to make your own fabric basket. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are making a fabric basket. So this is perfect for organization. I'm including this as part of my dorm room supplies that I'm going to be giving to my cousin. So to get started, you're going to want two different colors of cotton material. I would say to use kind of sturdier cotton material. One of these was a lot sturdier than the other. And then for the measurements, I will include them in the description below. I actually found a full free pattern for this that I followed. Most of it, the cat decided to come in at one point, so we did have to take a pause just to get her off the fabric. But once she was off, I cut out the two different rectangles, and then I started off using interfacing, but we're going to be changing this along the way to something a little more sturdier. In the pattern, she used a very specific type of interfacing, which I did not have on hand, and I like using things that I already have, so we'll talk about that a little later on. So first step is we are taking the outside piece of our fabric and folding it along the short edge in half, and then you just be marking a 4 by 2.5 inch rectangle in the middle. So finding exactly where the middle is and then measuring out that rectangle. On her pattern, she does have a pattern piece for this if you want to use that, so I'll include the link in the description below. But you're going to get this eye looking shape for your fabric. Then we're going to be repeating this for the lining. Now the lining is slightly longer, so you just need to redetermine where your middle is and then cut out that same size rectangle from the middle to get the eye shape again. Once you have both these done, we can then go ahead and start on the actual construction for the basket. So for this, we're going to be folding the piece of fabric for the outside in half along that edge at the bottom so that you see you have those little squares. And then we're just going to be sewing up either side so that I've pinned, and I'm just going to be taking a seam. And then we'll be repeating this for the lining as well. So just folding that in half and then sewing the two edges. This is a straight seam, nothing really too crazy here. So I'm just going to sew up all 4 of those seams now. So now I'm going to cut out my interfacing. For the interfacing though, I used batting. I found the batting just worked really nicely and it used up something I already had on hand, so I cut it out following the same dimensions that she had provided in her pattern. Now for the lining as well as the exterior of the basket, I just pressed open all of the seams, and then once they are all open, it's time for us to make those boxed edges on the bottom. So where we had those little square cutouts, you're just going to be bringing both of those short edges together and then pinning them up all the way across for both the lining as well as for the exterior, and this is going to give you that nice 3D basket looking effect. So once I had it done for one, I just went through and repeated this for the other 3 edges, and then we're just going to be sewing up a straight seam all the way across. So now what we're going to do is take our lining, and at the top the lining is slightly bigger than the outside, and the reason for that is because we're going to be folding this over. So you are just going to be folding this over 1/2 inch and pressing it in place to create a nice clean fold. So I'm just going to do that. You can see that that's what it looked like. And now I'm going to go back to my batting. So for the batting, we're going to be following the exact same steps that we sort of did for the rest of the basket, except I'm going to be overlapping these 2 pieces for the side seam. Since the batting's a little thicker, I found that this gave it almost a more sturdy feel by overlapping them about 1/2 inch or so. And then I'm just going to be taking a seam on either side. And then when doing that, the corners are going to come together really nicely. You could determine if you want to sew over those or not. I decided not to, as I just didn't think it was necessary. But again, if you wanted even more stability in your basket, you could do that too. So now with all 3 of those pieces, it's time to start assembly. So I have the outside portion of my basket. I'm going to be using this basting spray, so it makes it sticky a little bit like a glue. And I am just going to be putting my batting into the basket itself. So you can see I'm just going through, pressing everything out so that it lays nice and neat, and then it's sticking to the side. And then I'm going to be spraying all of this again, and then I'm putting my lining in there as well. So the wrong side of the lining matching that batting, pushing this in, and then you'll see that your lining is actually slightly bigger, which that's what you want, because then we'll be folding over that outside corner onto the outside of our basket and then pinning this in place. So now I'm just going to clip this all the way around, and you'll get a really nice looking basket. Now on her, she does show you how to add handles if that's something of interest. I opted not to, and I just wanted to make this sort of like a clean and simple little basket. And so here is what it looks like. So now I'm just going to take a top stitch all the way around. What was really fun about this is I found it was so quick, so easy to make, and on that pattern they actually showed different sizes, different dimensions, and different types. So you could make multiple of these. I did add a little button just because I do love buttons, but here is what the basket looks like. I think it turned out really well, and this could be perfect for a college dorm. You could make multiple of them. They could hold beauty supplies, they could hold school supplies, they could hold cords, they could hold snacks. So really whatever you could think of, it would work well. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.